Hello everyone, Sairam. I hope you all are doing fine. I am Aitre Bhattacharya Pandey and I welcome you all to my channel English Agog. Forgetfulness is a very common problem and we all have experienced this for at least once or twice in our life. But what happens when you remember everything but forget one incident of your life, and that too about a travel? So, can you make any guess that what we are going to start today? Yes, we are going to start this lesson, Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory, which you find in Honeydew of class 8. And this story is being written by a very renowned author, Satyajit Ray. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. So, before I begin the story, Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory, let me first familiarize you with the author, Satyajit Ray. So, he was born on 2nd May 1921 and he died on 23rd April 1992. He was an Indian film director, writer, and illustrator. He was one of the greatest filmmakers of the 20th century. He directed a number of films in the Bengali language, among which Pather Pachali won him the Oscars in 1992. So he was a master filmmaker and a storyteller. And Bharat Ratna Satyajit Ray died in 1992 at the age of 70. The information is very less about Satyajit Ray because he was such a tall personality that if I start discussing regarding his life, then it's going to take a lot of time. But as of now, I think this much information will be sufficient. If you want, you can check about Satyajit Ray on internet. Okay? Now, characters. We have got several characters in the story, and the very prominent one is Bipin Babu. And after that we see Parimal Ghosh, Dinesh Mukherjee, Chuni Lal, and Dr. Paresh Chanda. So as we begin the story, you will get to know about these characters one by one. Okay? Division of the chapter. Now this chapter is divided into 4 parts. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 and Part 4. And I'll be discussing each and everything regarding the story part by part. Fine? Very importantly, what is the problem in the story? The problem in the story is Bipin Babu doesn't remember anything of his trip to Ranchi in 1958. This is the main problem and we have to see what happens at the end. Okay? Now, let's see what is there in part 1. Now, every Monday, Bipin Babu would drop in at Kalicharan's in New Market to buy books. He would read 5 books like crime stories, ghost stories and thrillers to last him through the week. And why? Because he was alone, he was not a good mixer, and he never wasted his time in unnecessary conversation. Now, those who are not familiar about New Market, then a very short information that New Market is a very popular area in the city of Calcutta or Kolkata, and you can get all sorts of things that you want from there. It's a very popular place. If you go to Calcutta, you can visit this place. Okay? And why he used to read 5 books? Because he was alone, was not a good mixer, and never wasted time in unnecessary conversation. Okay? Next is Bipin Babu meets Parimal Ghosh. Here at Kalicharan's, Bipin Babu meets Parimal Ghosh. Now, on such Monday at Kalicharan's, Kalicharan is a shop, Bipin Babu felt that someone was observing him closely. Bipin Babu turned around and saw this round-faced, meek-looking man who now broke into a smile. He introduced himself as Parimal Ghosh, told him about the trip to Ranchi in 1958, but to his surprise, Bipin Babu denied recognizing him. Now, when Parimal Ghosh saw that Bipin Babu was not ready to recognize him, he started giving certain evidences. And what are those evidences? First of all, Bipin Babu had a fall in Hudro Falls in Ranchi and cut his right knee. Right? And what did Parimal do? He brought iodine, fixed up the car for Bipin Babu to go to Netarhat the next day. And he mentions Dinesh Mukherjee as well, who was Bipin Babu's friend. Dinesh Mukherjee also accompanied them to Ranchi. And he started giving certain other details like Bipin Babu preferred to stay in a bungalow instead of a hotel. Then he preferred the meals to be cooked by a bawarchi. Dinesh Mukherjee stayed with his sister. Bipin Babu always carried books in his bag on sightseeing trips. And he also mentioned the Ranchi trip occurred in October 1958. And whatever claims he made very, very confidently. But after hearing all the things, Bipin Babu still rejected about the Ranchi trip outrightly, saying that he had spent Durga Puja in 1958 with a friend in Kanpur. Okay? Now, when Parimal Ghosh sees that in spite of giving the details of the Ranchi trip, he is not able to convince Bipin Babu, he starts giving intimate details of Bipin Babu's life. Let's see how it goes. Now he says, in that very trip, Bipin Babu one evening talked about his family. That is when they were in Ranchi, as claimed by Parimal Ghosh, that Bipin Babu was childless, his wife died 10 years ago, and his only brother died insane, that is mad. He was totally mad and he died out of insanity. That is why Bipin Babu did not want to visit Ranchi Mental Hospital. Okay? Now what do you think? If somebody gives intimate details of your life, then even if you are not able to recognize that person, still you will start feeling maybe you met that person earlier, right? But let's see what happens with Bipin Babu. Here, Bipin Babu leaves the shop quietly. That was the end of part 1. Now let's see what happens in part 2. Now, after he left the shop, he came to the place where his car was parked. He just boarded his car. He sat in his car and he asked his driver Sitaram to drive by River Ganga. And he was brooding over the incident. That is, he was thinking very deeply over the incident, seriously, but was confident about his excellent memory. And why was he confident about his excellent memory? As he was doing a responsible job in the big firm. Bipin Babu was already employed. He had a very good earning. So he knew that he had an excellent memory, and when you have an excellent memory, you can do the job well in your office. So he was doing a responsible job in the big firm. Nothing ever went seriously wrong with his memory, which would make him to forget an incident occurring just 6 or 7 years ago. That's impossible. Still, the stranger knew the intimate details of his life. And how? How is it possible? Now Bipin Babu starts thinking in his mind that he should go for confirmation. Bipin Babu was all confused, so he decided to write to Haridas Bagchi, his friend in Kanpur, with whom he spent Durga Puja in 1958. But then Bipin Babu remembered that Haridas Bagchi had left for Japan with his wife and he didn't have any address. So that scope was not there. Now, around Hastings, that is when he was in his car and the car was going along the river Ganga. So, when he reached the place known as Hastings, so Bipin Babu decided to roll up his trousers to take a look on his right knee, because Parimal Ghosh claimed that he had a cut on his right knee. Now let's see what happens. There you are, the uncanny discovery. You can see on the picture, Bipin Babu rolled up his trousers and you can see in the picture that there is this inch-long cut on his right knee. So Bipin Babu discovers an inch-long cut on his right knee. Very important thing. He tried to recall about the cut, but he couldn't. So we see one of the evidences which goes right over here, that is an inch-long cut on his right knee. Alright. Now when Bipin Babu sees that cut on his right knee, he thinks about calling up Dinesh Mukherjee in order to get a confirmation. So he decided to confirm with Dinesh, but he dropped the idea as he was aware of Dinesh's ruthless sarcasm. This expression you find in the story itself, Dinesh's ruthless sarcasm, that he knew that if he asked Dinesh Mukherjee about the incident, Dinesh would certainly laugh at him and he would make sarcastic remarks. So he came home, felt at ease and forgot almost everything about the incident. At the moment he entered his house and he just felt at ease, so he just forgot everything about the incident. And next day in the office, with each passing hour, Bipin Babu's restlessness was increasing. And finally, he dialed up Dinesh and here is what he said. What happened at his home, that the moment he entered his home, he started reading the books and he forgot about the incident. But the next day when he went to the office, with each passing hour he could feel that his restlessness was increasing, and so he decided to finally dial up Dinesh Mukherjee. Now let's see what Dinesh Mukherjee has to say regarding this 1958 trip to Ranchi. Now Bipin Babu asked Dinesh Mukherjee whether he had been to any place in the year 1958, and Dinesh Mukherjee just took a second from him and told him that he would check in his diary and let him know. So he checks his diary and he says, I had been out twice, once in February nearby to Krishnanagar to a nephew's wedding, and then, but you would know about this one, the trip to Ranchi. You were there too, that's all. But what's all this sleuthing about? Now you see, Dinesh Mukherjee also claims that he along with Bipin Babu went to Ranchi in the year 1958. Now can you just guess Bipin Babu's reaction over this? Poor Bipin Babu, he just slammed the receiver and gripped his head. He brought sandwiches with him to the office, but poor Bipin Babu, he just lost his appetite. He could not eat those sandwiches. So that ends part 2. Now let's see what happens in part 3. Now after Dinesh's shocking revelation, Bipin Babu was not able to carry out his work in the office. For the first time in 25 years, Bipin Babu had this lapse of concentration. He started brooding even deeply after he came back home at 2:30 p.m. He knew that it was possible to lose one's memory through an injury in the head, but he didn't know of a single instance of someone remembering everything except one particular incident. How is this possible? There is a possibility if you have any kind of head injury, then you can have a lapse of memory. But how come that you remember everything except one incident of your life, and when others are claiming that happened, how come you are not able to remember that? So he was thinking about all these things. He had always wanted to go to Ranchi. To have gone there, done things, and not to remember was something utterly impossible. Absolutely impossible. Okay? Now, a very interesting twist we are going to see in the story with the arrival of Chunilal. And let's see who Chunilal is. Now, at 7:30 in the evening, Bipin Babu's servant announced Chunilal's arrival. And who was Chunilal? Now, he was Bipin Babu's childhood friend. And he turned up at his place like a bad penny, off and on, for seeking job as he was going through a crisis. Bipin Babu didn't like his arrival. Why? Because initially he refused to meet him, but then he decided to verify from Chunilal about the Ranchi trip. Chunilal is a very important character over here. He used to come to Bipin Babu's place off and on. And Bipin Babu, though he did not want to meet him, but on that particular evening he decided that he would meet Chunilal because probably Chunilal would know something about the 1958 trip. And who was Chunilal? He was Bipin Babu's childhood friend. I'm sorry, there is a typo over here. It is childhood, not childhood. I'll make the correction. Let's move further. Now, as Bipin Babu did the things a while ago, that he just rolled up his trouser and found the inch-long cut on his right knee. Then he called up Dinesh Mukherjee. Dinesh Mukherjee also testified that he went to Ranchi in 1958. And what Chunilal said over here, see? Chunilal was surprised when Bipin Babu asked him about the 1958 trip to Ranchi. This is what Chunilal said, and you can see in the story as well. Bipin, have you taken to drugs or something? As far as I know, you had a clean record where such things were concerned. I know that old friendships don't mean much to you, but at least you had a good memory. You can't really mean that you have forgotten about the Ranchi trip. So, with such kind of a revelation, Chunilal puts another nail in the coffin. And he continues, it was I who fixed up your railway booking for Ranchi. I went to the station to see you off. One of the fans in your compartment was not working. I got an electrician to fix it. Have you forgotten everything? Whatever is the matter with you? You don't look too well, you know. And then Bipin Babu, he was totally burdened with such kind of revelation and confirmation by Dinesh Mukherjee and Chunilal. And poor Bipin Babu, he just blamed workload for his sudden lapse of memory and decided to consult Dr. Paresh Chanda, a young and bright physician. So, when Dr. Chanda arrives, when he arrived, he became very puzzled and thoughtful when he heard the case. But he prescribed nerve tonic and tranquilizers and advised Bipin Babu to revisit Ranchi just to bring back the memory of the trip. That was the medical advice that Dr. Paresh Chanda gave to Bipin Babu. Now we have to see whether Bipin Babu followed this advice or not. Okay, so Bipin Babu took leave from the office and in the same evening left for Ranchi. Another twist in the story is about to come, and here it is the end of part 3. Now we are going to see part 4. Next morning, Bipin Babu reached Ranchi, but he realized that he remembered nothing about the place. Again a twist. Okay, even if he really went to Ranchi, or you can say as everybody claimed that he went to Ranchi in 1958, when Bipin Babu got down at Ranchi station, he should have remembered everything. But again, that did not happen. So Bipin Babu decided to go to Hudro Falls in the afternoon, because it was claimed earlier by Parimal Ghosh that he had a fall in the at the Hudro Falls. Okay. Then at 5 o'clock in the evening, Bipin Babu was discovered lying unconscious near a boulder, that is a big rock, by two Gujarati gentlemen. So he was found totally unconscious. When he regained consciousness, Bipin Babu uttered, "I am finished. There is no hope left." And he left for Calcutta the same evening. So you can understand that Bipin Babu was not successful in remembering anything regarding the 1958 trip to Ranchi. Now Bipin Babu comes back to his home, and you can see in the picture that Bipin Babu is lying on his bed. So next day, back in his home, Bipin Babu felt totally hopeless about his condition. And he started thinking all sorts of things, like probably he was going insane like his dead brother, and he would also die a death like his brother, like he would just go insane and he would die like him. He was not able to think more, so he called Dr. Paresh Chanda to come over to his place, and after the shower he got into his bed with an ice bag clamped on his head. Just at that moment, his servant came in his room and handed him a letter. So there was this letter in the greenish envelope. Now the mystery unravels that despite his condition, Bipin Babu tore open the envelope and read the letter. And here the letter goes, "Dear Bipin, I had no idea that affluence would bring about the kind of change in you that it has done. Was it so difficult for you to help out an old friend down on his luck? I have no money, so my resources are limited. What I have is imagination, a part of which I used in retribution of your unfeeling behavior. Well, you will be all right again now. A novel I have written is being considered by a publisher. If he likes it enough, it will see me through the next few months. Yours, Chunilal." So the letter comes from his friend Chunilal, and he says that actually Bipin Babu did not have any problem. He used his imagination in order to give punishment to Bipin Babu. Why? Because he was not helping out his friend Chunilal, who was down on his luck. Bipin Babu was working in a very good firm. He had resources, he had money. If he wanted, he could have helped Chunilal, but he did not do that. So Chunilal had imaginations. A part of imagination he used in order to punish Bipin Babu. So he concocted the entire thing. Okay, let's move further and see. Now, just at that moment, Dr. Chanda arrives, and he exclaimed with surprise when he heard from Bipin Babu that the memories of the trip came back as soon as he got off the train at Ranchi. So here Bipin Babu tells a plain lie, and Dr. Chanda says, "A unique case. I shall certainly write about it in a medical journal." Now Bipin Babu requested Dr. Chanda to prescribe some painkiller to relieve his hip pain, as he had a fall in Hudro. So what is the conclusion of the story? The conclusion of the story is that the entire thing was concocted by Chunilal in order to give punishment to Bipin Babu, because Bipin Babu never helped Chunilal when he was running down on his luck. So what is the message of the story? One should help one's friend in crisis irrespective of his or her social stature. If your friend is in problem, you must help your friend. And if you are not able to help your friend, you must tell him or her very politely that you are not able to help your friend. But you should not treat your old friend like Bipin Babu did. Bipin Babu, he just ignored his friend. Okay? So, that is all about Bipin Chaudhary's lapse of memory. Bipin Babu did not have any lapse of memory. It was just a scheme that was devised by Chunilal in order to punish him. Okay? After this, you should read the story, and I hope whatever I discussed with you will help you to understand the story in a better way. Okay? Now, let's move on to the next thing. Character sketch points. So, after you finish reading the lesson, these character sketch points will help you to write the character sketch of the two very important characters, Bipin Babu and Chunilal. I have just got the points over here. So, Bipin Babu, he is a voracious reader, that is, he reads 5 books in a week. He is not sociable. He is a tireless and a conscientious worker because he worked in a big firm for 25 years and nothing ever happened seriously with his memory. He was having a very good earning. Bipin Babu ignored old friends, and this we see because this entire story is revolving around this idea that because Bipin Babu ignored old friendships, that's why Chunilal concocted or devised this plan in order to punish Bipin Babu. But Bipin Babu was still a good man. That's why he felt a prick of conscience later on, and that's why he did not say anything regarding the letter to Dr. Parishchanda, and he just claimed that he remembered everything after he reached the Hudro Falls. Okay? Here I just give you an idea, so this will help you to write down the character sketch points in a better way. Chunilal, he is an opportunist because you see what happens over here. Whatever I feel, Chunilal, when he saw that Bipin Babu was not ready to help him or was ignoring him, he should have made his own way. Like he wrote a novel and he claimed that the publishing of the novel would help him through for at least 6 months. But what next? Again he would go to any other friend. That should not be the case. You should not be an opportunist. You should make your own way. Okay? But here in case of Chunilal, we see that he is an opportunist. He is always finding an opportunity in order to exploit somebody else who has got resources and money. Chunilal has an impeccable imagination, and you need no explanation because you see that right from the beginning till the end how he just devised each and everything in a proper way. And he is a schemer, that he did the entire plot against Bipin Babu in order to punish him. Okay? So that's all from the story, Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory. I hope you have enjoyed it. Now in the description you will find the link for the word meaning, the question and answers, and also the link for the PPT in case you require for your future reference. And till then, just enjoy yourself. Namaskar.